All right, let's dive right into this. Today, we're unpacking a review of a super popular anti-aging product, Livegood's Ageless Skin Serum. We're going to see if its crazy low price actually holds up, figure out what's really in the bottle, and of course, get to the final verdict.
You know, the reviewer we're looking at really kicks things off with something we can all relate to. It's the simple truth, isn't it? This is the core desire that fuels a gigantic industry, and it's the big promise behind the serum we're talking about today.
So what's the deal with this stuff anyway? Well, according to Livegood, it all comes down to one thing: collagen. The whole idea behind the product is that it's designed to help your body's own natural collagen production get back in gear, all in the name of getting that smooth, radiant, youthful look. Okay, but for any product that's basically promising the fountain of youth, the first question on everyone's mind is always the same. Yeah, but what's it going to cost me? The reviewer made this a huge part of his investigation, so let's get into it.
And there it is, $14.95. I mean, for a specialized anti-aging serum, under $15 is, well, it's a price that makes you do a double take. But, and this is a big but, there's a catch. You only get that price if you're a Livegood member.
So here's how they do it. If you're not a member, the price jumps by $10 to about $25. Now that's still pretty competitive for sure, but it's so obvious what the strategy is here, right? Their entire business model is designed to get you to sign up for that membership to get the absolute best deals. Okay, so we know it's cheap, but cheap doesn't mean anything without some context. So how good is that price really when you put it up against the competition? Well, this is where the reviewer did some real homework. He didn't just take their word for it. He actually went and checked.
And wow, just look at these numbers. What he found was pretty staggering. He went on Amazon and other sites and confirmed that the competitors were selling for $63, some even for $86. We're not talking about a small difference here. This is a massive, massive gap.
A price that low is definitely tempting, but it naturally leads to the next question. Okay, what are they actually putting in the bottle for that price? So let's take a look at the ingredients. Now, the full ingredient list is pretty long, but a few of the heavy hitters really stood out to the reviewer. You've got things like Soluble Collagen, Coenzyme Q10, which is basically like a little bodyguard for your skin cells, and then this blend of extracts from 12 different fruits and vegetables. And that right there is where they get that whole superfood angle from.
You know, what's really interesting is the specific claim they're making. The brand isn't just saying they're, smearing some collagen on your skin. They're claiming this formula actually encourages your body to start regenerating its own collagen. It's a subtle but pretty important distinction.
And this superfood line, this is really the story they're telling. The idea they're trying to sell you is that you're not just putting on a serum, you're feeding your skin. You're giving it all these antioxidants and nutrients from that fruit and veggie blend. So the price is incredibly low and the ingredients sound pretty good on paper. But what actually happens when you put it on your skin? Does it feel good? Does it work? That brings us to the final part, the hands-on test. So the reviewer walked us through his personal routine. It's all pretty standard stuff. A little bit on your palm, smooth it over your face, pay extra attention to wrinkles and spots. But he also had this kind of funny part, where he mentioned applying it to the neck and what he called the hangdog bits, and then just rubbing any extra into his hands. No waste. So what did it actually feel like? Well, he said it was cool and refreshing as soon as it went on the skin. He did mention it had a slight stickiness to it, the kind of thing where you'd probably want to wash your hands after you're done. And now for the moment of truth. After trying it out, what was the final word? His conclusion was super simple and direct. He just said, "I like it. Yes, I would certainly recommend this." You really can't get much clearer than that. So, when you boil this whole thing down, the big takeaway is pretty simple. This product's entire identity is built on one thing: high value. The whole pitch is that you're getting key anti-aging ingredients at a price that absolutely demolishes the competition. And that leaves us with the real question, the one you have to ask yourself. The reviewer pointed out that the membership costs about $9 a month. So the ultimate decision is this: is paying that monthly fee a good investment to unlock these kinds of crazy discounts? That's really what it all comes down to. Definitely something to think about.